What's up guys, Crane here from Logic Lounge Gaming, back in Seattle once again in prepared 3D. We're going to do another flight. I seem to be going out of Seattle a lot, or at least our 2 videos consecutively will be going out of Seattle. It's just because there's a couple routes out of Seattle that I've really been wanting to do for a really long time, and I just haven't gotten around to doing them. So today, we are going to do them. Right now, we are sitting at the North Terminal. Last time we were at the South Terminal. Now we're at the North Terminal, which is largely incorporated by Alaska Airlines, which we are in today. We're in the brand spanking new paint of the Alaska Airlines 737, so not a typically large aircraft, but one of the most popular aircraft in the world is the 737. So today we will be doing a flight from here in Seattle to Kahului Maui. So we're going over the Pacific Ocean, and we'll be going down to the wonderful Hawaiian Islands, because who wants to stay in this weather here? We are almost exactly on time. This flight leaves at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is currently 10:45, so maybe if we can get ready in about 15 minutes and push back, we should be on time for this flight to get down to Kahului. So let's hop into the cockpit here and get everything set up as boarding is complete. The first thing that I want to do is I want to travel all the way over here, and let's start with our fuel and payload. Our payload today, our zero fuel weight is 128.4 on that side, so we're going to be quite heavy, and our total fuel weight is going to be 43,200. We'll round up a little bit. Total pounds of fuel, so we are almost at our max takeoff weight. Our max takeoff weight is 173 tons. Our takeoff weight today is 170 tons, so we are only a stone's throw away from the magic number. So let's close these doors here so they won't start beeping. Close those doors as well. That's all happening in the background as we are doing everything. So I think that's everything on this FMC. Let's head over to this FMC now. Go back to the actual FMC. Let me check one thing here. Oh no, my hotkeys don't work. Let's click on our FMS, ADIRUs, whatever you want to call it, our navigational reference system. Let's click that on. Let's get some other things going on here. It has been a long time since I've flown a 7.3, so you'll have to excuse me if I forget to do something, because it just isn't in my memory right now. So we have those going into line mode. If we switch this all the way to the right, oh it is, we'll see how long that will take. Doing my water flows here. Okay, perfect. I think we're all good on that end. There we go. Now I have my IRS position. So we'll take our left GPS IRS position, which will be right there. We'll go to our route. So today we have a company route, which is KSEA to PHOG on 01, the company route, and we'll activate it. Perfect. Today we're expecting 16 right. I can't be so sure on that. We're on the VATSIM network right now, and the ATC does not have an ATIS up, so we'll have to guess and check. But that's what PFPX gave me when I had it do that. So we'll have it auto fuel to zero fuel weight. Our final reserve state will be 2.3. That's the point that we need to put it on the ground. I'll go for a cost index of 36. And our initial flight level today is 340. I think we'll have one step climb towards the end. We'll set up our departure out of Seattle. Like I said, 16 right, and I believe we were slated for the Harib 4 departure, Harib 5 departure. It's been a while. Harib 5 departure, and the Hoquiam transition. Bada bing, bada boom. That should then give us takeoff data, which will only do 5 degrees of flaps today. Our center of gravity will be auto-calculated for us. Now it has done I do want to get this right here. We don't really have a D-rated takeoff. Well, actually, we kind of do. So takeoff. Okay. So our takeoff speeds are going to be 153. 154 is rotate speed. And 157 is V2. Perfect. Okay. Oh, here we go. So we don't have a D-rated takeoff today, but we do have a external temperature or flex temp of 34 degrees. That is going to do what I thought it did. So like I said, once again, 153, 154, and 157. So we have pretty high takeoff speeds today just because we have such a heavy load day. Like I said, we're almost max weight here. So our FMC is actually complete. I'm going to put this on the takeoff page there for my reference. I can't. Perfect. Alright, so we'll zoom this in here. So if we look at our flight plan, we'll come down here and look at our flight plan today. It's pretty much we're going across the water, nothing too special. It's pretty much a straight line. There's actually, if you know how North Atlantic tracks work, there's somewhat tracks for the Pacific Ocean, except they don't vary very much. If you're going from the coast to Hawaii, there are static tracks. They don't change at all, but there are tracks that you follow across the water down to Hawaii, and that's because it is a non-radar position, and you need defined tracks that you'll be on so they can estimate your position. There are also other Pacific tracks, though, that go more northbound, which change on occasion depending on all of the weather that's happening. So just a fun fact for you as we get down into this nitty-gritty. Oops, what did I do? No, that's not what I wanted. Crap. Easy dock. Thank you. All right, we'll come up here and we'll set this. So 157 is going to be our V2 speed. I think it's 165. No, 163 is the runway heading if we have the 16s. And our initial, well, we actually have an RNAV departure, and I should have done this earlier. And I apologize for that. I should have brought up the chart. I should have been super on top of things and actually brought up the Seattle chart for the Horeb 5 departure. Do you have a initial level? Nope, we're good. So probably get a initial of about 9,000 feet, and then we'll go from there. Let me find a departure on this chart. Mariner 6, Hawks 4, Jens, Glacier. Those are rivals. Departures.
Contact departure, good day. 2202, good day. Oscar 37, cross 23 for right, then ground point 7.
Horeb. And perfect. Okay.
Cross 23 for right, then ground point 7, good day.
Oh no, our top altitude is 18,000 feet, so we'll set that up to 18,000 feet. I apologize for that. Okay, so flight directors can come on. We can arm VNAV and LNAV. Okay, so I think that is pre-flight. Like I said, I'm doing this without a checklist, and I feel really bad for that. Oh, did I just find a 737 checklist? Nope, that's a 747 checklist. So we'll just wing it from here. So I guess we can call in for clearance. So 124.2. And let me grab current METAR in Seattle. Okay.
Hello, Skywest 5475.
Oh, we might get the 34, so I guess we'll check.
Skywest 5475, Seattle Tower, good afternoon, phone at ERJ on a 9
Seattle Center, good morning. Alaska 861, stand November 6 in Seattle, requesting clearance to Kahului Maui.
Rescue 61 Seattle Center, good morning. You are cleared to Kahului by the Hero 5 departure. Hoquiam transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 9,000. Departure is with me, squawk 6661.
Okay, 6661 in the box, and top altitude, or initial altitude 9,000 for Alaska 861.
Alaska 861, your readback is correct. Push and start a path discretion. Call when holding short of Bravo for taxi. Expect runway 1 left for departure. The altimeter 29908.
29908, we'll call you hold short of Bravo 861.
You're right on Echo and hold short of
Okie dokie. So, let's finish our flows here. So we'll get this fuel pump on, and then we will start the APU. So we'll wait to pressurize once we get the APU on. We can come over here. Get our fasten seatbelt side on. We're going up to 340, so we want to make sure that our plane pressurizes to 340. Like I said, I'm going to wait till we have APU on to pressurize the hydraulic pumps and pressurize everything else.
That's 518, Seattle Center, roger.
You can see DGT is coming up, and it's coming down. We're waiting for this light to come on. Waiting for this light to come on. Come on right about now. There. All right. So switch over to APU power. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh no! Easy Doc, don't do this! Thank you. No, Easy Doc, stop it. Easy Doc, I demand you stop it. It's trying to go. There we go. It's trying to go forward for some reason. Okay. So our parking brake is on, correct? Amundo? Yes, our parking brake is on, so we can take around our ground power and our wheel chocks. And we can start pressurizing things now. So fuel pumps come on, hydraulic pumps can come on, our yaw damper can come on. These will stay as is. And we're ready for pushback. So we'll let this guy go away as we call for pushback. Prepare for pushback and departure. We want to be nose left, tail right. And nope, not going to start before pushback. Here comes our Alaska Airlines tug.
1487 cross runway 34 right, traffic in position, then contact ground point 7. Good cross 34 right, and then ground.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? While we're waiting for tow truck, or pushback tug, we will come right here. Our trim is 5.97, so 6. We'll take our sweet time setting our trim. This trim will help us when we take off, as it will be better. There we go. So that actually helps with the plane while it's taking off. That'll actually be perfect.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. We'll be parking.
All right, here we go.
285 is visual for the last speed 170.
Now we're pushing back here. This gloomy day in Seattle. Hopefully we'll be going down to some nice weather. And while we're pushing back also, we'll set our 8... Or, sorry, not our 8, it's a 6, 6, 6, 1. There we go. P is coming on. And now that we're past this, we'll start our engines. So one pack is off. Starting right engine. You have to be a little bit more nuanced with starting a 737, as it does not like...
Compass 6745, instructions turn left, Juliet, hold short, turn 34 center.
Left Juliet, hold short, 34 center.
There we go. So we start number 2 at around 25 and 2.
Tower, 100 per enter.
United 518, upon discretion, stand by the Hawks 4 on arrival, down landing to the south, via altimeter 29er, 9er, 9er. Stand by the Hawks 4 landing south, United 518.
Taxiway, Echo, approximately 34 center, hold short, 334 right.
That should be number 1 coming on.
Cross 334 center, hold short, 334 right.
Perfect. And here comes number 1 engine coming on. Number 2 just turned on. And we don't have to wait till the N2 to rise so high. We can do it at about 20 N2. Is there?
4573, running 34 right, line up the lane, traffic ground.
Find the right camera view.
45.
There we go.
Middle hold short, turn 34 center, Memphis.
Juliet, right angle, hold short, 34 center.
Compass 5745, cross 34 right, then ground point 7, traffic in position. Pretty fast, 34 right, 10, 45 again. 5475, cross 34 right on Echo, then contact ground point 7.
So we should both be started. Wait for it to cut out. There we go. So we'll put both on to continuous. And then we'll change over our power and turn off APU. Come over here, set up our packs both to auto. Isolation valve is to auto, closing the APU bleed. We will put our probe heat on, and I'll just do a quick water flow to make sure that everything is as required, and it is. Perfect. Alright, so we are ready to start our taxi. Parking brake coming off, and slowly inch forward the throttle so we can put the projected takeoff, and then we'll also go to flaps 5.
Right turn up 10. Down for double 144. Center hold short, right.
We can also start
Bravo 50.
our... There we go. Our right chronograph.
Fire Center 248, I'll have return in the air. Running 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 34 right, Fire Center 248.
Fire Center 515, running 34 right, line up the white, traffic on a 7-mile final. It's a heavy Boeing 777.
Line up the white, 34 right, road 515. 134, turn left at Papa, hold short, turn 34 center.
Let's turn at Papa, hold short of 34 center, Delta 144.
Viewport a little bit more right. I don't know why it's so left. Fix that. Easy dock.
12 out for visual 349.
And Seattle Center, Alaska 861, approaching Bravo, ready to taxi.
Compass 5737, Seattle 33 right, line up.
Alaska 861, running 16 left, taxi by Bravo Charlie.
Bravo Charlie 16 left, Alaska 861. And I just made a huge boo-boo. So look at this, right? I had our departure on 16 right. We actually went 16 left. My bad. Still a Hero 4 though. So what we'll do is we'll put these in on the fly because I am an amazing pilot. So our 153, 154,
Compass 5737, the dash 8 ahead will be left hand turn down, turning 34 right, clear for takeoff.
But technically these values are still correct, as the right runway is a little bit shorter than the left runway. So we'll maybe have a little bit more powerful takeoff in the end, but I don't think that it will spoil anything. It'll still be a great takeoff either way.
34 center, hold short, 34 right, Delta 144. Horizon 285, Seattle Tower on Juliet, cross 34 center, hold short, 34 right. Cross 34 center, hold short, 34 right. Horizon 515, turn left heading 270.
During the summertime, at least, the 16 left runway is the most popular of the runways. I'll wait till we get down the runway to turn on our... We'll put the weather on our side. Usually turn the gain up a little bit. There we go.
On a half-mile final. Traffic will hold in position, runway 34 right to the left.
So coming to the right here, this is all cargo hangars from a mixture of Alaska Airlines cargo and FedEx cargo, as well as just general international cargo. A lot of international cargo like Korean and Singapore, and all those will have cargo stops right here up at this northern cargo area, cargo ramp. And they're usually the big 747s, which is crazy. FedEx does a lot of MD-11s, I think, out of Seattle, as well as 76s. I haven't seen any of their 777s, though. That's something that I would like to see. Now, I didn't turn on the taxi light because it's not dark enough to really warrant the taxi light. I know some people might say, oh, it doesn't have the taxi light on.
Join the whiskey line at spot 90 there, facing northbound for Delta 144. Delta 144, thank you. Ramp on 122.27, good day. Take care, Delta 144.
And normally, I would say that we could do an intersection departure, like usually at intersection Echo. But because we're so heavy today, we're almost at our max weight. That is not something that I would really want to do, just in case we had some issues gaining power on the initial roll, or have to do a rejected takeoff. That is just something that I won't want to do. Coming up here to Charlie. And Seattle Center, Alaska 861, coming up on Charlie, fully ready.
34 left, clear line, comes 1537.
Alaska 861, the wind is 1908, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
16 left, clear for takeoff, Alaska 861. So we're coming on the runway here, we'll put on our lights as we get lined up onto the runway here. Auto throttle arm. Alright. Let's get lined up. Here we go. So we'll go about 60%. And then Toga. LNAV, VNAV armed. I can start this chronograph, I will. It's not starting. Alright. Sorry when we're in the air. There it goes. There's 80 knots. We missed 80 knots. Here comes V1 and rotate. There's rotate. Gently lift up into the air. Pitch up. Perfect. Positive rate gear coming up. Look at that view right there. Perfect view. Here above 1,000, I'm going to activate autopilot so I can do after takeoff flows. Runway turnoffs can come off. Taxi landing lights will stay on position, are fine.
Last 61 radar contact, altitude passing.
Passing 2,000, Alaska 861.
Speed 61, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 340. Proceed on course.
340 on course, Alaska 861. Doing clear up to flight level 340. And on our course, as I've been putting up the flaps gradually here.
Alaska 76, to the power, taxiway Juliet, cross runway 34 center, hold short, runway 34 right.
On Juliet, cross 34 center, hold short, 34 right, Alaska.
A little bit of rain here.
Southwest 613.
Going through some rain at least. We should have a nice right-hand turn coming up right about now, maybe? Whoosh. I love that wing effect as we're coming up. There's that right turn that I was talking about. Over South Seattle here.
Alaska 393, traffic in position, cross runway 34 right, ground point 7, good day.
See Vashon Island out there.
Alaska 76, cross runway 34 right, traffic in position, ground
And
point
Puget
7,
Sound as we get out of this icky weather and come into a better weather. And see Seattle right here that we're just leaving. And as we're climbing, this will actually be the last ground that we will see for at least 5 hours. Our total flight time today is 5.5 hours. Maybe a good 4.5 hours or 5.5 hours of that is going to be water. That's all we're going to see. It's just water. So we're on our way up. Alaska Flight 861 as we continue our climb up. I'll leave you guys with a montage, and I will see you guys in our next video, part 2, with all of our landing and approach into Kahului. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in our next video.